Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sophie Erber. Health advisors in the United States endorsed the use of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine in kids as young as 12. Now, the FDA, of course, cleared the expanded use of that shot earlier this week, and we have the further details in our top story at 5. Kids in some places are already rolling up their sleeves today, but much of the nation was still waiting for the latest recommendations from advisors to the Centers for Disease Control, or the CDC. Many states will be shipping doses to pediatricians and even some straight to schools. Meanwhile, Moderna is testing its vaccine on ages 12 to 17. They say the early data shows strong protection and no serious side effects. And Iowa is open. That is the message coming from Governor Kim Reynolds' office today. This as she defends her decision to end that federal pandemic-related unemployment boost.
We have more jobs open than we have people on unemployment. Iowa is open, our schools are open, our daycares are open, our economy is recovering, and so we want to continue that recovery. And it's time to help Iowans not only get the skills, but to help match them up with the jobs that are available.
Governor Reynolds adding that the state is working with community colleges and Future Ready Iowa programs to provide those programs to help Iowans gain employment and quickly. And it's official. Saturday in the Park is returning to Grandview in Sioux City. The festival's founder, Dave Bernstein, announced some more details today. He says the beer garden will be eliminated, but alcohol will still be served on site, except in the newly designated family zone. That will be alcohol-free. Additionally, face coverings will be required. Indie pop group AJR will perform on Friday. Then artist John Fogerty will be live there on Saturday. And he is known for songs like Fortunate Son along with Born on the Bayou. Hit songs by AJR include 100 Bad Days and Weak. Bernstein says the rest of the lineup is still being worked out, but this two-day structure allows it to be filled, especially with local talent.
We'll certainly have double the spaces for local and regional folks, so that'll be nice. And we've had a lot of outreach already from local performers wanting to, to get on the bill. And I think both for the Abe stage and the main stage, that'll be a great byproduct of 2 days. Is a lot more slots to be able to fill with local performers.
Saturday in the Park this year is set for July 2nd and the 3rd. It will take place at Sioux City's Grandview Park. The festival's 30th anniversary will be observed on Friday and the 31st on Saturday. KCAU 9 is proud to sponsor this summertime tradition. And if you'd like, you could find the very latest announcements on our website right now at SiouxlandProud.com or click on this story on the KCAU 9 mobile news app. The Republican Party removed Congresswoman Liz Cheney from her position as the GOP conference chair. KCAU 9's Washington correspondent Basil John reports now on reaction to that vote and also who could be next to take her position.
We cannot both embrace the big lie and embrace the Constitution.
During a closed-door meeting, House Republicans voted Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney out of her leadership role because of her ongoing criticism of former President Trump.
We cannot be dragged backward by the very dangerous lies of a former president.
Illinois Congressman Adam Kinzinger says Cheney should not be punished for her stance.
Truth cannot coexist with lies. Truth cannot coexist with falsehood. You cannot unify with that.
Soon after the decision, New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik announced her run for Cheney's position. She already has the support of Pennsylvania Congressman Mike Kelly and Iowa Congresswoman Ashley Hinson.
When you're representing the entire party, it becomes a much bigger responsibility, and I think she has the capability of course, doing that.
I think Elise will be the one to help us in conjunction with Leader McCarthy and Whip Scalise.
Pennsylvania Democratic Congresswoman Susan Wild and Congressman Matt Cartwright say the GOP identity crisis takes time away from aiding the American people.
I do admire her standing up for her principles and for ethics in general.
The Republican Party are having some kind of civil war right now.
The vote for a new conference chair is expected to happen on Friday. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
The vote was cast by secret ballot, but South Dakota Representative Dusty Johnson says that he voted in support of Cheney. Turning to more local and tragic news, one man is dead after a fatal motorcycle crash on Tuesday night. Police say he rode into a mobile home on North Martha Street. That happened after 10:30 in the evening. A fire then broke out after the collision, burning the motorcycle and part of that mobile home. The rider was 28 years old. He was taken to the hospital, but he later died of his injuries from that collision. The mobile home was new and waiting to be placed in a lot. This tax season has been unusual, to say the least. Between deadline changes and various COVID-19 relief programs, you have to add to your filing. But the deadline, now May 17th, is rapidly approaching, highlighting the importance of filing soon, especially if you might end up owing money.
It's important to at least make part of your payment or all of your payment, if you kind of have an idea what you're going to owe, by May 17th, because the taxes, penalty and interest will continue to accrue after May 17th.
If for whatever reason you're not able to file by that May 17th deadline, you can file for an extension, which will give you until October to finish your filing. Residents of Orange City broke ground today, just 2 months after passing a $37 million bond. This to build a new school for Mock Floyd Valley School District. Now, the plan is to combine existing elementary schools in the MOC district into one building. The lead architect says that the new building is an investment into future leaders.
Significance of building it here is multiple communities coming together and recognizing the importance of education and recognizing how investing in our kids and the future leaders of this community and the community surrounding it.
Construction is expected to be completed in 2023. Bishop Healing gathered nearly 100 students this morning to continue a new graduation tradition. The high school held College Pennant Day. This is where the seniors stood holding pennants of the colleges and the universities that they're heading to come the fall. The class of 2021 seniors are heading off to 45 different higher education institutions. That includes 4-year and also community college. Congratulations. It is time tonight for our first look at the weather. Meteorologist Marcus Beasley is standing by for us. And Marcus, today just felt warmer than yesterday, especially when you were in the sun. And I'll thank the wind for that, or the lack thereof.
That's right, Sophie. And today actually was a little bit warmer than yesterday, and we had that sunshine all day long. Temperatures outside warming up into the mid-60s here throughout Siouxland today, where we were in the lower 60s yesterday. 65 our high temperature today here in Sioux City, as well as Cherokee and Wayne. Also Norfolk with a high of 65, 66 in Yankton and Lamar's today. Carroll and Denison with highs of 63. Forecast lows tonight, they'll drop down into the lower 40s, so a cool night throughout Siouxland, but a quiet night here throughout the area. It does look like we will have partly cloudy skies tomorrow, though. Those clouds will really increase throughout the day, especially the afternoon, and that rain begins to move in later tomorrow as well. More details on all of that in the 9 on 9 forecast. Sophie?
Thanks, Marcus. Taking a look now at some financial news for you. Americans are putting more money into paying down credit card debt, and that has some big credit card issuers worried about falling interest income. Capital One, for example, says nearly half of the credit card balances it had at the beginning of March were paid off by the end of the month. And some American companies that rushed into the face mask business are now asking for some federal help. A trade group representing small manufacturers say without federal aid, they might go out of business now that a flood of low-priced face masks, mostly from China, have hit the market. Veterinarians nationwide are dealing with a COVID-19 pet boom. They're so backlogged they can't take new patients, even when they extend their hours or hire additional staff. The American Pet Products Association estimates that roughly 12.6 million households got a new pet last year, just after the pandemic began. And while people are working from home, they're finding ailments in their animals that might otherwise go untreated.
We are more than happy to be busy and be able to do our jobs on that scale, but it is overwhelming at times because we do truly need more veterinarians, and there is a major demand for additional doctors.
Jobs for vets and vet techs are projected to grow faster than others for years to come now. Owning a variety of animals can, of course, be fun, but what happens when your wallaby gets out? How one woman reacted after finding her gate unlocked and her wallaby hopping away, coming up.
And it's looking like we are going to have some rain chances ahead. Temperatures stay comfortable in the 60s, and next week looking like we'll warm up a bit more. Details after the break.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Sophie Erber and meteorologist Marcus Beasley. This is KCAU 9 News at 5.
Thanks for sticking with us. It seems as the week goes on, we're getting gradually warmer and feeling a lot more like spring and, dare I say, summer.
It's getting closer, believe it or not, even though temperatures are still slightly below average. We're getting closer to summer, and temperatures, it does look like they are going to warm up, especially next week here throughout Siouxland. The view outside right now from the KCAU 9 studio, brought to you by the Port Neal Welding Company. A little more cloudy now compared to earlier today, so we are seeing a few more clouds out there. We'll continue to see partly cloudy skies here throughout the evening, but still plenty of sunshine mixed in those clouds here, mixed in between those clouds, I should say, here throughout parts of Siouxland. Temperatures outside right now, very comfortable in the mid-60s, 64 in Sioux City and Wayne, 66 in Yankton, as well as Lamar's at 66, 65 in Cherokee and Norfolk at 65 degrees. Carroll currently at 63. Wind speeds outside around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Throughout much of the area, 7-mile-per-hour winds in Sioux City out of the southeast, 7-mile-per-hour winds in Cherokee out of the southwest right now. Spencer with winds at 9. As you head further west, 8-mile-per-hour winds in Wayne, 6 in Norfolk, and Yankton with winds at 9 miles per hour. So a little bit of wind out there, but not too bad, creating a very comfortable evening here throughout the area. Satellite radar showing that we have had sunny skies all day. Notice to the southwest, we are seeing some clouds increasing a bit. We'll continue to see partly cloudy skies spread throughout the area overnight tonight, and tomorrow we'll really see those clouds increasing throughout Siouxland. By midnight tonight, we'll have partly cloudy conditions. Moving into tomorrow, by 10 a.m., notice those clouds in western Siouxland. Maybe a few sprinkles beginning there in the late morning to the west, but I think most of those showers will hold off until at least the afternoon. Notice by 8 p.m. tomorrow evening, we'll have those. It's nice to see those tulips in full bloom. Several colors there in this photograph. So if you're heading to the Tulip Festival, you're going to have some bright colors to look forward to. And if you have any pictures to send our way, SiouxlandProud.com is the place you can go to and upload some pictures for us.
Exciting stuff. The tulips and I hear the great food is a draw.
Yeah, that sounds like a great mix. Nice weather, colorful flowers, and food.
Can't beat it. Thanks a lot, Marcus. Well, some kids find it hard to understand why they're different from other kids, much less explain those differences to their peers. But one boy's new puppy is helping him do that. We'll show you how coming up. But first, after escaping a gated yard, a missing wallaby caused his owner stress. We'll see how he made his return next. A wallaby named Rocco was on the loose in Indiana this week, but the good news is he's home safe. But not before a night of adventure. Dana Winklepeck has the story.
For the past 5 years, Melinda Hughes has raised Rocco.
My daughter talked me into it. She wanted this wallaby we found for sale in Tennessee. I'm like, no. We don't need one.
But after thinking about it for 3 days, she brought the then 3-pound marsupial mammal that belongs to the kangaroo family home. And he's lived inside her house ever since.
He sits in a recliner and watches TV.
He's among several exotic animals that Hughes owns, from a zonkey to a lemur to peacocks. He's also friends with the family's dog and horses. But this homebody got a wild hair. Hughes went out to her fenced-in backyard and realized the back gate had not locked.
Rocco was about 10 feet outside of the gate. I went to get him, and he decided, nope, he didn't want to come to Mom.
And that's when the great Rocco hunt began.
I chased him through the woods, out by a pond, and I couldn't catch him.
Neighbors started helping to try to catch Rocco as well. Hughes even called the Vermilion County Sheriff's Department to let them know
that it was not a joke. I seriously had a wallaby on the loose.
As the night wore on and Rocco remained missing, Hughes worried. There are a lot of coyotes in her area, and Rocco was in danger.
I really didn't expect to see him again.
But Rocco proved quite resilient.
Somehow, by God's miracle, he showed up at 6:30 this morning at this back door.
Rocco had a few scratches, but is otherwise just fine.
A successful reuniting. Well, a boy and his dog share a special bond, and not just one through friendship. They also share a similar struggle, how they're helping each other every day. Next. A 7-year-old and his dog share a special bond. The boy has a prosthetic leg, and his new best friend was born missing a paw. ABC's Will Gans has their stories.
Cuteness overload in 3, 2.
She's great.
This people pay big bucks to get.
They'll do it all day for you.
Yeah. From the moment she was born, Marvel was destined for something big. The golden retriever born without a front right paw.
They really wanted to place it with a kid that also had a limb difference, and so she immediately thought of Paxton.
7-year-old Paxton Williams has a prosthetic leg. Paxton was born extremely premature, an infection in his right leg stunting the limb's growth. 3 years ago, Paxton's parents making the difficult decision to have it amputated.
Paxton, has fun like any other 7-year-old boy running around playing. Now he has a dog that he can, do all those fun things with too. And Marvel, it doesn't slow her down. Like, she's out there chasing balls.
Mom and Dad saying they already see how Marvel helps Paxton share his own story with friends and neighbors.
What has it meant to you guys to see this bond form between Paxton and Marvel?
I think it's just awesome that Paxton has a louder voice now, right? He can be his own advocate.
From scooter rides at sunset to trail hikes in the woods, Paxton and his new pup Marvel proving to be a perfect match.
From the moment we met her, and these two just instantly were like cuddling and rolling around. So it was like, oh my gosh, they're just like kindred spirits over here. You love her kisses.
Taking a live look outside right now in downtown Sioux City. Marcus returns with one more check on your forecast. Stay with us. Before we wrap up here at 5, let's check in now with Tim for what's coming up at 6. Hi, Tim.
Hey, good afternoon, Sophie. Have you filled up your tank lately? I take that as a no, and that's a good thing because gas prices are on the rise. Man, almost $3 in some places. World News has a closer look coming up next. Then at 6 o'clock here on KCAU 9, we'll hear from Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds on her decision to no longer accept federal COVID-related unemployment assistance. It's one of a handful of virus-related rollbacks the governor talked about just today. Also after World News tonight, yet another virus-related reunion to share with you. This one from right here in Iowa, where after 13 months apart, a couple is finally reunited. What makes their story especially heartbreaking, that's coming up tonight at 6. So have you filled up at the tank lately?
That's right. I don't know if you heard me, but the answer was no. I actually need to soon, and that sounds like it's unfortunate for me.
Yeah, mid $2 here, but close to $3 in some parts of the country.
Yikes. Well, we're lucky to be here then, and also lucky that our weather is holding up, at least for the first day of Tulip Fest.
Yeah, pretty nice today. We're going to see weather tomorrow. Not too bad. We will see a chance of rain moving in later in the afternoon and evening, but that'll hold off mainly until the overnight period, and then rain really moves in on Friday.
All right, thank you, Marcus. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you again at 6, and until then, have a great night.